Testing, microphone. Microphone, are we working? Microphone, are we working? Are we working right now? As far as I know, it's a good mystery game of some sort, and there is a mystery. And that is all I know. There is a mystery, and in a sequel there's a grandpa who is not really a grandpa. And they've been saying lots of stuff about avoiding the bad routes by doing all these complicated things, a bunch of character names I don't understand, and it's all very confusing. So I just know that apparently I'm going to get blown away by some plot twists. Why do I? No. Why? Why do you know? Why do you know? Why do you know? What do you know? These things. I like the effect of the... Oh, who are you? Who is that? Who is she? Who is they? Nines, you have been chosen. Ice Knight. Is that about the Ice Knight? Crystallization of glycerin, 16 telepathy, Gans field, mechanism, hypothesis. Is this about God? Maybe it's about the devil? What's a nonary? That's 0 apparently. Is 0 like... Who's 9 then? Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Oh, that's where the name comes from, right? And 9 hours! That was also in the title! Oh, I'm assuming there's 9 people also! That would make several bits of sense. Now it is time. Let our game begin. Well, the game is very polite, isn't it? See, now I understand. I thought the title was such a weird title, but it makes perfect sense. That's literally just the premise of the game. Can't believe it. I can't believe I'm already making sense of a nonsense. Okay, let us go! Ooh, fancy memory chip effect thingy. This game is fiction. Well, isn't it? Yeah. Usually only games never actually usually have that popping up unless they do actually have some non-fictional guy putting it. Like, it was actually hilarious. Shadow Hearts 3 has a disclaimer in the beginning saying this game is fiction, nobody here is real, it's all fictitious. And then literally right at the beginning of the game you meet H.P. Lovecraft, he's an actual character in the game. So like, I don't know why they put the disclaimer there if it was just completely, absolutely false. I guess it's like... I guess the disclaimer means like, hey, this version of H.P. Lovecraft in the game is fictional. He is not really a man in a magical land in a video game in Japan who runs an arena where you can grind up your levels. I've only played Shadow Hearts 3, and apparently that's the most hated of the trilogy. And all I know is that the villain is a cute Grampy who turns into a giant hand, and there's also another game with a cute Grampy who turns into a giant hand, and I'm just finding parallels to smush together all the cute Grampies who turns into giant hands. But the cute Grampy who turns into a giant hand in that game is actually just boring and evil, and he has no sympathetic motives. He just looks very cute and he isn't actually cute, which is a big shame. Anyway, continuing on. Somebody in this game is going to be non-fictitious, I bet. That sure is a wall. That sure is a smokestack. 8, 7, 6, 5... Oh, it's a boat! I understand. Well, it sure ain't a boat anymore! Like, if there's music, I'm not hearing music right now. I'm hearing a noise. And the adorable sounds from the menu. A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. Doctor snapped open! I'll shut up now. As he adjusted to the light, he realised that he didn't recognise his surroundings. Ow! With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He's already a relatable protagonist because I do that every time I get out of bed. Whatever. I don't even have a bunk, but anyway, I keep smacking my head on the wall. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air. I like the imagery. This is really good narration, actually. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on. Junpei tumbled down to the cold grey floor. Okay, I literally cannot imagine a version of this which doesn't have this narration. Like, imagine how boring this scene would be where it didn't have... You said that was in the remake, there was a no narration mode. And I'm like, can you imagine how boring this scene was? Like, that scene would have just gone in, like, a split second. It would have just been, ow, oh, floor. You wouldn't get any insight in his perspective or, like, the fact that he doesn't know where he is and all this well-written description of what it's like to be half awake. His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold grey floor. The embrace of the carpet awaited him. Oh, god damn it! I cannot believe there's actually a line in this video game. Was this game known for having a really good dub? Because I am instantly adoring this character. That writing is damn adorable. God, what the hell? Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. Just glaring at the walls. How dare they exist? Oh, it's a lovely teapot. Did you see the little kettle in there? I'll wait until it pops back up again. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind. Oh, good line. Oh, good line. Oh, 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 oh. We're having a good writing dance right now. And finally he understood where he'd fallen from. From the sky, for he is an angel, said the girl trying to pick him up. It was a bed! No shit, Sherlock! A 3-level bunk bed. Oh, fancy! Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, he had a lot of hurt going on. He was like Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead. Can you heal the hurt? He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he slammed against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. It might be because you're on a boat. Or just because, like, there's a very awkward sprite shaking effect going on right now. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just him peeing himself. It was just another effect of his rude awakening. But as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was real. It was a real boat. It was a real bed. Even though a 3-layer bunk bed seemed too extravagant to be real. Was it an earthquake, he wondered. While sitting in a very obviously boat-related room. Didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. It could be possibly a boat! Quite possibly, man! Have you ever seen a bunk bed like that not on a boat? He tried to tell himself it was important, but unfortunately it was incredibly boring. Have you ever seen that sort of stripe pattern anywhere except on sailor uniforms and boats? Seriously. I want like old Tommy pajamas in like what's it like? Christmas Carol. When he got Scrooge, he's going out and he's got his old Tommy pajamas on. He's got a little nightcap and he's got a little candle on a stick and he's going. Ooh. I love that movie. I love every version of that movie. I especially love the Muppets version of that movie. But oddly enough, that had the best character actor for Scrooge, like the most emotional moments, despite being the bloody Muppet movie. I love the Muppet movie. So, anyway, Junpei rubbed a growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. And featly climbed to his ginger, and put his ginger in the lovely recipe of a stir-fry. Carrying on, his balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. He finally engaged his eyeballs. It was indeed a boat! A very obvious boat! Junpei rubbed his balance regained, finally looked at and muttered him to himself, just like I'm muttering to me. Where? Why? When? How? Where is the toothbrush? Oh no! Am I the toothbrush? Was I the toothbrush all along? His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of a toothbrush. He confused in his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while he still looked around the room. He struggled to pick up his ball bearings, and also his marbles. Then as suddenly as they began, the tremors ceased. The boat, I'm assuming, has started to sink now, and he is just totally blissfully oblivious to it. A cold silence fell over the room, of the water rushing in to destroy him. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of a metal squeaking. It was a robot mouse. He felt his stomach tighten. He felt his earlobes loosen. There were 1,000 things a sound could have been, but none of the things he could think of were good, especially not a robot mouse. In an attempt to distract himself from robot mice, Junpei started thinking about robot cats. A lot of his narration is a little bit... It's repetitive, but not in a bad way. But I just think the repeating of saying he looked around the room, he looked around the room, he looked around the room, that was maybe not necessary. But aside from that, the rest of the narration is super good. There's a stove that looked more antique and fun. That looks so cool. That's like prime Grampy style. I love the little fancy kettle teapot thingy. I love when kettles used to look like long teapots. Mattresses so thin that they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was a mysterious 5. I'm assuming that's important. Identical bed set in the wall. First thing Junpei noticed about the door was a 5. On the surface of the door in red paint it was a 5. I noticed it, thank you. 5. I love the little effects they put around it to make it look like it's like written on the door. That's cool use of a punctuation. What's this 5 mean? Oh, it's kind of funny how he's saying the punctuation around it. What's this little underscore 5 little closing underscore mean? Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. He approached the door at the pace of a snail. He slowly, achingly, stepped by stepped across the room to open the mysterious door. Standing at last in front of a door 5 hours later, Junpei grabbed a hold of the L-shaped handle as opposed to an R-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement and a pull the same result. Well, that was a total waste of time, wasn't it, Junpei? A few more tries cemented his hands to the door, and then he was forever stuck and died. He cemented the truth in Junpei's mind. This door would not open. Dramatic ways of saying I could not open the door. The cemented truth that this door was neither pushed nor pulled. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle would not budge. That is a really fancy looking whatever the hell that is. Is that little octopuses? I think there's a little octopuses. They're very cute little octopuses. I want that. Next to the door was an odd looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. For reading octopus cards. Collect the octopus trading cards today. I would like that if I ever actually became a product. Didn't take a genius to figure out that this was an octopus trading card vending machine. The odd looking device was keeping the door shut. You could only get through if you appreciate octopuses. Junpei knocked hard on the door. And broke his hands. Both hands simultaneously. Hey, hello, is anyone there? Open the door. It was me, the dormouse. There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door, and then threw his right fist into the door, then threw his left leg into the door, then threw his right leg into the door, and then he fell over. And stopped. What the hell is this? Another fist came out and decked him in the face. He wasn't really sure what to say. Ooh. Mysterious bracelet. It's a yokai watch. Oh no! On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. Because he'd never seen a watch in his life. He lives in a cave. In the centre was a large LCD display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't a watch. Well, it is a watch. It's a modified watch of some kind. It's like, you can't say it's not a watch. Yeah, seriously, it looks really awesome. I'd like that. That'd be a really cool type of, that would be a really cool a really cool type of merchandise for them to make is to make these. I'm assuming this is whatever controls the thing that will kill you if you lose the game, because I'm assuming that's a thing. Because all I know is people trapped in a thing and there's a game, and usually when there's people trapped in a thing and there's a game, there's some sort of, if you fail the puzzle, you will die, or you have to kill each other, something. So I'm assuming this watch will inject neurotoxin into their brain or something. Somehow, or it'll cut their arm off. Something like that. Oh cool, it is that they didn't actually give real ones. What, this game's sold poorly, but everyone constantly hypes it constantly. There's never been a single forum I've ever been on the internet in my entire life where people haven't constantly been saying play 999, play 999, and the only reason I haven't played it until now is because I'm really bad at puzzles, and I'm so glad to be doing this here with friends who can help me out if I ever get stuck, because I felt so self-conscious that I couldn't play it because I was just bad. So yeah, I'm glad to finally do this, and if I ever get stuck, I hope it's okay if I ask you guys for tips. I'll try my absolute best to do it on my own, but I mean only if I get super goddamn stuck, seriously. After all, it showed only a single number. 5, with different brackets this time. Oh, that's so weird. There's loads of series like that where they're objectively good, they just got bad advertising and stuff, and then years after release they finally get the popularity they need, and then if they're lucky they manage to get re-releases like this. So I'm really glad that happened, actually. Good job, whoever makes this game. Good for bringing it back, and good for it finally getting the success it needs. That's the same as the door! My arm is rectangular and has a small knob on it. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what they might mean. They might mean 5. All he knew was that it was strange, and new, and he wanted it off. That's what I say about my gender. Well, it should be $999. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but there was no watchy, bracelety, unsnappy thing. A buckle clasp, that's what I mean. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps, if I press them, they'll blow my arm off. He pushed them, but nothing happened. Except someone else's arm got blown off in the room next to him. On a watch, they might be dolls for adjusting a date or time, but on his bracelet, they did nothing. They adjusted the awesomeness level of this game, and now it will be amazing all the way through. Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Chop your arm off, mate. It's obvious. That's going to really be the solution at some point. Someone's going to chop their arm off in the game, probably. If everyone has a silly watch, someone's going to have to chop their arm off at some point. Like, they wouldn't raise it as a plot point if someone didn't chop their arm off. That's like the definition of things. If you have some sort of thing on your arm, you got to chop your arm off. Actually, people chopping their arms off happens a lot in like every genre, no matter what. I don't know why. It's a good dramatic thing. That and cutting your hair off. I don't get it, because cutting your hair off, how is that really a... Like, I suppose it could be bad, like, you dislike the new hairstyle, I guess, but, like, it's gonna grow back unless you're, like, old. That's why the only time I've ever felt anything about the cutting your hair off plotline is when it happened to Greg Universe, because he's never gonna grow his hair back. That's really sad. He's like an old man who permanently sacrificed the hair he was very proud of to save his son. Because he's a good daddo. I hope there's a good daddo in this game. Are there any daddos in this game? Anyway, growing all desperate, he began to tug at it. And he pulled his entire arm off. However, damn, arg, it's no good. Damn thing won't come off. Don't know what I'm even saying anymore. A steel ring ran from the face around Junpei's wrist and back into the face liquid. That's I like the descriptions of it. It's good, so that I can imagine that instantly. So it means that like it's not just the watch strap around it that's keeping it on. There's like a smaller, thinner wire underneath it keeping it on. That's probably going to hurt his arm if he tries to rip it off. That's interesting. They're giving loads of detail to it, to how to make sure it's definitely clear he's not going to be taking this off. There is no way this is being taken off. This is absolutely, we have plugged every plot hole immediately right here. Even if you don't see the plot holes on the screen, they have been plugged, they've been destroyed. We've even gone around with a big tub of super glue plugging all these potholes. We have blocked all the toilets, Squidward! A steel ring right around from the face, yeah. What the hell is the deal with this thing? It's a death game! Good old-fashioned home-cooking death game. Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. It made a lovely soup of absolute doom. So much was happening and none of it made sense. That sums up my reaction to a lot of video games, actually. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode, and then he did. Where am I? What am I? Where's the toothbrush? Why the hell am I here in a land without Toothbrush? Why? When? Where? How? 5! Ooh! Mysterious flashes! I'm assuming that would have been important if I was quick enough to catch any of those. It was that moment and he noticed the window. The window was round! Good job, Junpei! You know your shapes! Rimmed and riveted brass, like a window from a ship! Almost as if we might possibly be on a boat! What? A boat? I never would have guessed! Wait, am I in a boat? Yeah, we got there! No, but seriously, if I was super disorientated and had some sort of watch, like, stapled into my arm, I would also be quite confused. Like, I'm not giving this man hate for the fact that he is, like, being a little bit slow on the uptake, because seriously, who would, like, expect to be kidnapped and put on a random boat with a watch stabbed into your arm? Anyway, Junpei walked slowly towards the window, almost as if it was round. He walked slowly around the room to the round window. You can see nothing beyond it, but smaller round windows going in an infinite chain. But thick impenetrable darkness, which he knows because he tried to stick his hand into it. Impenetrable darkness, like really, really chunky Marmite. Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything, and he saw the toothbrush. It was at that moment. Oh God. What? You gotta be kidding me! Junpei, you are speaking my words! Oh my God, is the water gonna rush in and kill him? Is this gonna be one of those things where you play a guy in the prologue who dies immediately? Because I always like, that always gets me as a twist. I never see it coming. What the hell is going on here? Holy shit! The cutscenes are pretty well rendered for a DS game. Like, you can see the artifacts going on when you got it zoomed up in this resolution, but it's still pretty good looking. A crack split the glass of the window, and Junpei's pants. And for a moment, Junpei stared at it, at his own arse crack. Then the window burst, and water began to pour out of his into the room. What the hell? God damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around in several concentric circles. His feet slipping on the water already coming through. Feet? He has them? Coming through the window. He ran through the door. He ran for the door. He ran for the door's sake in the marathon. He ran for the charity of doors. Oh, that's good, there is no time limit. I'm really bad at games that are like real time and stuff like that because I have really bad slow reflexes. Hey! Anyone? Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something. I'm kinda dying. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and screamed and screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to scream. No, it's destroying the grumpy furnace thingy! Oh, don't say it'll destroy the nice teapot! He was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees and towards the grumpness. Things were not looking good for Junpei. This is like starting to sound like some sort of like educational children's film. It's like, this is what not to do in a crisis. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Don't do as Junpei does. Not good at all. It was not very good. It was very bad. It was quite unfortunate. He needed to find a way out, and quickly! Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes. That's where the toothbrush was. It was his eyebrows all along. And looked around the room. Like, for the 7th time he's looked around the room. Ooh, good cutscene. Wow! Seek a way out. That was so well animated. Holy shit. It all just went... Ooh, what happened? Operations during an escape. Okay. During escape, you can move to different parts of the room. Ooh, we're getting gameplay by touching. Oh, so I need to get my mouse out for this. Okay. Since many areas require very exact selection, we request to use... Thank you. During an escape, you can touch the background to search anywhere in the room. Oh, is it one of the ones where it's gonna... You have to, like, click very precisely on things you can easily miss them, because I'm not very good at those. So, yeah, again, like I'm saying, if I ever make any really dumb mistakes and, like, I need to ask for help, I hope that you guys can give me a hand, because, yeah, I'm not exactly smart. Hey, join the stream crew, and also the crew of this boat which is rapidly sinking. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or a hint. Tips for the bedroom. Begin searching by touching place on the bottom. Tips for the bedroom. Oh, that's good. They do light up. See, that's good. This game is already preemptively like filling. It's filling in plot holes and also filling in gameplay holes. So this game is already becoming so super good. How to move? You put your left leg in. You put your right leg in. You take your left leg out and you shake it all about. You do a hokey cokey and begin to drown. That's what it's all about. Touch the triangle icon on the bottom screen. Doing so will change the viewing angle of the room and move you to different locations. There's a calculator for... This game is so kind! God, everyone was telling me like it's the hardest thing in the universe, and I felt really intimidated, actually. So, like, I'm glad that it's giving a help out for, like, people who, like me, are a bit dumb. Saving during and escape. Yeah! I wonder if... I'm assuming at some point we'll get to meet whoever set up this bizarre game, because I'm assuming someone has to do it. These games don't just, like, spontaneously generate from the ground. Well, that would be funny to actually imagine if there's, like, a world where ridiculous dungeon puzzles just naturally happen. They just grow in plants. Pressing start will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing start. Purpose of the escape, to not die! No shit, Sherlock! How you do it depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to not die. Search for hints and items to not die. Okay. Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall of death. I don't think shoving something into the window is going to stop the water. Yeah, there's like infinite amounts of water pressure going on right now. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to not die. I have to figure this out. Okay, table? That's a table. Water's pouring onto it like a little waterfall. Junpei has lovely whimsical narration. Don't see anything useful there. What's this thing under? There's a pair of simple chairs next to a table. The water's already up to the chair. What, this little thing on the wall? Can't click on that. About items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. I want to try and go through this on my own because it's a blind playthrough. But, like, I would not go, like, the first time I try it, and, like, after I've done, like, my... Oh, yeah, that's what... Literally, you missed that. Exactly how I was when I first started up. I was like, wow, this game dub is really good, because, like, the way they wrote about swearing was, like, really endearing, like, slurring all those words together and doing it in an adorable way and stuff. And then, like, the good description of, like, the relatable feeling of falling out of the bed and not knowing where you are in your hands and going, oh. So, yeah, so far the writing is really damn good on this. But, yeah, I want to try on my first playthrough to see just going blind and going crazy about it. I'm only going to ask for help if, like, I don't know what to do in a puzzle, I'm totally bloody stumped. But like after I've gone through and got my first ending or something, if I have a lot of trouble finding the other endings, I'd love to ask for help on those. But at the moment, the plan is I will try and do it on my own, and if I fail, then I call you guys. Yes. You must wait for the perfect time for memes. And also all these memes seem completely incomprehensible. Like, what on earth does any of this mean? Funurimpa? What? Anyway, once you've obtained the item, you have to go to the item screen. You can do it! Here I am, it's minus 30 degrees, and I am harvesting Asiatic clams. You can do it! Touching the item on the top left will take you to the item screen. Item screen. Yeah, but, Zen, not to be unfair, but, like, personally, you are a smart person who is, like, really good at things, and I am not a smart person who is not good at things. So I am very likely that I am going to find these puzzles a lot harder than you do. I'm very sorry. Okay. That's cool, I like that. You guys can predict which one I'm going to get, because I have no idea for any of the context of what any of these things are. So, it'd be cool to see if I end up getting whatever you predicted. And it'd also be cool to, like, see the ending and then find out why you thought I would be getting it. So I'd be going, oh yeah, that is, like, similar to my play style of games, or whatever. But anyway, while on the items we've been able to investigate, hold, and combine grandpas. Sorry, I just saw the word hold, and I was immediately thinking of grandpas. Oh yes, one of those ones where you can combine items. That's why I'm not usually good at these clicker mystery games, because I'm so hard at finding the right items to combine. That's why it's so good that they highlight them in this game. Touch the icon for the item in the item screen, and then touch the search in the top of... That's so good, it's got all these... Oh my god, this game is really well designed. It's got all these little things to help avoid awkwardness. I got a picture frame, I can rotate it. Oh my god, rotate picture frame! An old picture frame is a picture of a ship in it. Really? I couldn't tell that was a ship. There's screws. How do I take the screws out? Oh, I need to find a screwdriver somewhere. Oh! That's a really cool way to do it. So, that's why there's 9 doors. You don't get to see every door in a playthrough. Ooh, that's so cool. That makes it easy to figure out where to go to get the rest of the endings. You just, like, pick a different doors, right? That's also cool how, like, that gives a good way of replayability if, like, you literally get different puzzles on the replay. That's so good. This game is so good. Why is this game so good? Investigate with an item, touch an item on the item screen, will select the item while an item is selected, touching the back, or to return you. I should have gone back and selected. Rotate bananas, rotate! Just on the bottom left corner of the bottom screen to see the item, holding the item, holding in bold writing! I should go back and I should, like, screen cap out, like, holding in bold writing sums up exactly how I feel about grandpas. Rotating in front of Menashe. I love that! There is so much comedy potential in just mispronouncing words. As you can note, like, half the time I mispronounce words by accident, and half the time I'm doing it on purpose because I just find it hilarious. You'll never know which is which. That is a true puzzle of this game. Investigate suspicious areas. So now I need to go back, I need to touch the picture frame, so I just imagine Junpei just smacking it on literally everything in the entire room. Hold! Hold! Time to smack picture frame on things. A bulletin board. Looks like someone put a note on it. Can I take a note? Can I take a note? Can I read the note? There we go. I'll try to select it. Note for the bulletin board. Okay, I'm assuming that's important. At some point there's going to be like... okay, so is that like hot to cold? Or something? The note's got... Should I be snapping the... I should be snapping the picture frame onto anything, because it's likely I'll find something to take the screws off. There's a towel. Can I take a towel? You always need your towel with you. There's nothing on the shelf. There's nothing on the taps. Doesn't seem there's anything hidden in the sink. Thank you for at least telling me. It's the only drain in this room. That's going to be important later, isn't it? I can't click on whatever this is. I thought that was like a ring pulled from the ceiling or something. It's a middle bunk. This is, as far as I can tell, a pole. Good job, Junpei. Good job. I wouldn't have guessed that. Middle bunk. Sweet. It's a pipe. I know! I'll crawl into the pipe and find a way out. There's nobody here to make fun of my joke. I love you, Junpei. You're such a good... Intimidate! Yeah. Click the ladder for shenanigans. Okay, I'll find where the ladder is. I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate the room. Junpei is a really good protagonist already. I like him. I like anyone who has a sense of humour in things. Oh, here's how we move. Oh, I didn't realise... I didn't notice the bloody arrows on the screen. Look at the little teapot. Can I look at a little teapot? Can I look at a little teapot? Oh, well, let's see if there's anything in here. A lovely blue tea. I wonder what would happen if you stewed a key in a teapot. Would you like just give yourself lead poisoning? A key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of the pot. Oddend. Key tea. Key's pretty small, definitely not for a door. Unlocking something in a cabinet somewhere. It's blue. Oh, so that's what the memo thinks. So I'm assuming. So does that mean we're gonna get 2 of each, or does that mean that? Oh, okay. So if that's the arrow, that's the right side. That's the left side. So it's saying put the blue key in the left side of the door and put the red key in the other side. Okay, put the blue key in the right thing on the left side of the door. Put the red key on the right thing on the right side of the door. And blue key has to be up and red key has to be down? I don't know. Anyway, smack things with a picture frame. Continue. It's a lovely teapot. I want to examine a lovely teapot. I'm looking at a pot lid. I am looking at a pot lid too. Thank you. There's an old pot on top of the stove. I don't get any commentary on how cute the pot is. Jesus. Junpei, I'll take back at the point about you being a realistic protagonist. It's a door to the stove. I'll open it easily enough. She'll wish the door to get out of here was that easy to... Oh, I thought it might be way to use a key. Okay. Thank you. To use that to open. Oh, is there another key? Screwed! Screwed! Need to screwed. Need to screwed. Need to screwed. And here's a picture. Picture of an old cruise liner. Okie dokie. Okay, this is going to get complicated. Okay. Oh, is that allowed? I was thinking I was going to take a screenshot of it or something. Because I was having trouble switching back and forth. I'm really bad at remembering more than 4 numbers. I said, I don't have a pen near me, so, Oh, I do have a pen near me. I got it. I'm taking my notes. Let me find a notebook. Oh, wait, does that mean... Okay, if the blue part is representing it being underwater, so does that mean the red part is the top and it's supposed to be vertical rather than horizontal? Because I was reading it horizontally. Doesn't matter what I do, this thing won't budge. Guess it's locked. This one just like the red briefcase. Can we use the key on this one? Oh, we already got the key selected. Good. Okay. And nothing. I guess I'm going to need some sort of code. Oh, so that's where the code might come in. My minigame doing the code. Minigames doing the code. Operations minigames have the code. Minigames require code. Minigames with the code. Otherwise I don't require the code. That's the right code. Operation code. Pressing double because it moves to the next dimmer. Enter 4 numbers this way and the key. Remember the correct. It will unload. 2, he's talking himself down from a bloody panic attack. I already really want to hug this man. Keep it cool. And the game is telling you explore the whole room first. Thank you. I should have listened to you, game. Okay, so definitely don't try and solve any puzzles at all until you've looked around everything. Okay, I know now. I've been known. I've been knowledged. I'll keep looking until the cows come home. All I'm going to find up here is that pillow. Damn it. Isn't there anything else I can use? This pillow. There's a blue briefcase on top of the bed. Ladder. I can't see the bottom of the ladder. Oh man, the water's already up to the bottom of the bed. I've got to hurry this up. This is a ladder that goes up to the top bunk. So, ladder, we meet again! Once again I gaze upon this stately ladder. Ladder? I don't even know her! I was gonna say that! Junpei! Is Junpei literally me? Have I been trapped in this room? Most original joke. Junpei is literally me. I have been trapped in this death room, which is bad because I can't swim. As I gaze into the ladder gazes into me. Hey, so did you hear what that shopkeeper said after his ladder got stolen? No, what do you say? Further steps will be taken! Oh. Oh, I have prosopagnosia too! Same! I'm giving you a high five through the screen. I thought, I only found out the name of it after, like, Googling. Yeah, I think it was on a Tumblr post I heard about that, and I found it out. There was also, I found out, like, there was, a creepypasta, of all places, a creepypasta told me what prosopagnosia was, and I found out from there. It was a plot twist, and, like, it was, the creepypasta was, like, people thought it was a supernatural thing going on, but it turns out it was just, like, an evil person, like, pulling some sort of fake supernatural thing to, like, trick this guy into, manipulating him into being a boyfriend or something like that. So it was a plot point that, like, prosopagnosia was a reason that one of his friends saw something that seemed to be supernatural. It was just a mistake. He mistook something for actually being, like, it was sort of like a mix-up between two people. He mixed two people up, and that's why the whole misunderstanding happened, and it was thought to be supernatural. And then that was the twist, and it was like, actually, the point of creepypasta was like, it was scary that was just a real person who was, like, going to ridiculous extremes to, like, manipulate someone like that. It was a good one. I can't remember what it was called, so I've never found it again. And that's why I have no friend. No, Junpei, you have me! Yeah. Oh my god, this is info dumping the game. I love it. Seriously, this ladder watches me. As sensitive finds me wanting. You see, you're just gonna reference everything. So this friend of mine fell all the way down a 15-foot ladder. Wow, that's pretty bad. How's he doing? Oh, he's alright, but he's feeling pretty run out by the whole experience. Hey! I should be writing these down. They're comedy gold! I love how they specifically put italic font into this game just for that moment. I think the ladder is following me. Trying to keep up with all the latest styles has me all wrung out! Well, if it's a choice between being a step for someone else and being a real social climber, I'll take the ladder. What do you call a secondary ladder covered in people? A full B ladder. Okay, I need to stop doing this before I hurt myself. I think my cheeks are hurting from laughing. There's no time in making jokes, I'm literally dying. A ladder, it appears to have something to do with the bed. Oh, Junpei, come on, you can continue. You're among friends, you're among pun friends. That's awesome. It's like, it is so rare to have prosopagnosia represented in anything. Seriously, I think more people will figure out that they had it if, like, there was any sort of context of anyone ever mentioning it ever. Oh, a second or entire room. Oh, a small key red. Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it into his arse. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. Dude, that face is a mood! What's up with my face? I am incredibly stoned. His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the hell happened to me? A hangover, quite possibly. Or maybe you, like... Okay, that makes me think maybe there's some sort of time-related thing going on, because, like, maybe... Like, I would say that doesn't look like tiredness eye circles, that looks like starvation eye circles. Or, like, someone coming out of, like, a coma or something. So, like, was he, like, knocked out for a very long time or something? Or, like, some situation like that, where it's like he thinks he's only been out for a few minutes, but it's actually been a really long time, or some sort of twist like that? Or is it going to be like some sort of, like, he's on some sort of ridiculous drugs or something? Like, they drugged him up and like, something is all imaginary. I don't even know. I'm just throwing out bizarre theories right now because I have legitimately no clue what is even happening. And I'm very excited about that because I'm so excited to get, like, totally destroyed by all these twists. How'd I end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened and a memory bobbed and said, Good writing! Imagery! Imagery! I can imagine the power of that wording. It was the last thing he remembered before waking up in a strange room. It was past midnight when he finished binge watching that anime on Netflix. Junpei shuffled up the stairs. Let me just imagine he's like his own hands and knees going and opened the door to apartment 201. Is that gonna be, that's the number I gotta write down. That might be useful later. I'm gathering every potential clue, goddammit. Inside was his apartment. It's small, one-bedroom affair, ran him about $630 a month. Wow. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far had been there for 3 years and 7 months. But like, more numbers to write down. God damn it, one of these is going to be important at some point, isn't it? 7 months. God damn it, the cutscenes look really pretty for a DS game. Like, holy shit, how did they manage to put this in? Is there some sort of like amazing compression techniques of some sort? He stepped inside and turned on the lights. Ba-ding! Pretty! Oh my god, look at the partial transparency of the curtains even. It's so good. Fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinkered and flickered slowly to life, as if waking from a deep slumber. That is how it feel! That is how it be! This game has tapped into the intimate knowledge of how to think strangely about lights. Their cold light illuminated the landscape. It is a cold light. I really hate fluorescent lights. They make a weird buzzing sound to me, and it really bugs me. He'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The porn magazines in the corner, the textbooks also full of porn, the CD cases for porn, the jeans and t-shirts, the merchandise from a porn, and then tossed onto the floor. Like a porn. I'm not very good at making sexual jokes, okay? I'm just going for it, sir. Oh, is Kotaro Ichikoshi, is that the name of the person who made this game? Because, wow, he is good at writing. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. A dead body. There was a breeze. Oh! The window not meant open. I didn't even cotton on to that because I usually accidentally leave my window open a lot when I'm going out. Breaths of cold night wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn. Jesus Christ, this man is going out ham on every single line, even the most basic ones establishing that there is a window that exists. It's like... Whew. Oh! Is that why everyone's hyping it up? Is that in this series, or is it a new series started by him? Because everyone was saying that's really good, and it looks quite graphically cool. I really like some sort of like bug amoeba thing with a big eye. I think it looks really cute, and I hope it's a friend and not a villain. If it's a friend, I want to hug it forever. Oh yay, a new series! Maybe I can start that afterwards. What consoles is that on? Because I can't emulate this. I can't film footage from the Switch at the moment. If it's on PC, I can definitely film it. Record it. You know what I mean. Wording, words. I'm not as good at words as he is on words. Oh, that's cool. So good. It's on everything. That's definitely good then. I can definitely record that afterwards. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind, like a lover's kiss. Huh, that's weird. Like a lover's kiss. Did I leave that open? Like a lover's kiss. Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not before he left. Relatable mood. Like a lover's kiss. One of the panes was hanging open, like a lover's kiss. He stuck his head in, like a lover's kiss. And then he chomped his head off, like a lover's kiss. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. He clindoed the window. Then it happened. Some guy from behind came and smacked him in the head. Yay! Some guy from behind came and smacked him in the head. Junpei turned and found himself face to face with a man dressed in all black. Why are you assuming it's a man? The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. So why are you assuming it's a man? Junpei tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. And then he became a toad. He tried to step towards the ambiguously gendered person who he's assuming is a man, but his legs could no longer support his weight. Oh, was he drugged or something? Or was he smacked in the face? Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. They go how on every goddamn... Man isn't a gender-neutral word. I really dislike when people do that, when they say, like... I guess mankind is a gender-neutral word, but, like... When people just say man to mean a gender-neutral person, I always get so confused about that. That's a really outdated way of using the word, to be honest. People haven't used it since like, Lord of the Rings time, even. Junpei collapsed on the floor, crumpled heaps of limbs like a discarded puppet. Good imagery! Seriously, this writer goes ham on even the most basic descriptions of things. It's really good, like... It's really good describing, because, like... This game isn't, like, lacking in pictures. It has loads of cutscene pictures, but, like, obviously it can't do too much animation on them, because, like, it is a limited, DS game. So, like, it is really good. Like, they're really filling it. Like, they're showing this action scenes even when they literally can't physically show the action scenes. It's just good. Anyway, Junpei collapsed to the floor like a falling tower of cards. Oh! It was sleeping gas. It was Axe body spray! Too late to notice the white smoke. I was quickly filling his apartment. No, it's gamer spray! No, the P.O. The P.O. A small object shaped distressingly like a grenade sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. Like a snake. That'd be actually a more reassuring thing. It's just to open up this thing you thought was a grenade. Instead, it's a lovely, friendly snake inside. Especially a cute one, maybe like a coral snake. Or is coral snake the one that's poisonous? And yeah, I know there's one where it's like a poisonous one and a non-poisonous one. They look very similar. Oh, that sucks. Zero Time Dilemma, I thought it looked good from the trailers, but yeah, like, this is really good narration. Like, I am not missing action at all. The action pictures are good, the narration is good. I am glad. Like, I literally can't imagine this game without narration. Narration is so, like, key to the experience. The smoke had grown so thick that even the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. Ooh. Such good imagery! He could feel his mind to begin to fade as well. Really good imagery, good metaphors. He could feel his mind begin to fade into the haze too. A white haze that was not the smoke reaching into... Again, really good. A white haze of memory, not the smoke. Oh, this is the best game. It's the first game. That's weird. So it's one of those ones where the sequels are bad, I guess. Consider this a privilege. The privilege of smelling my body odour. You have been chosen to stick your face into my armpits. A rasping voice from out of... Okay. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way. Okay. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. You are going to participate in a game. The nonnery game. What does nonnery mean? That sounds like an adorable name of a tea shop. It is a game where you'll put your life on the line. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. Wait, nonnery means 9? Okay, does that mean something in the... Is that 9 in a different language then? The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision, and he felt his consciousness fall away into the mist. That's right. That guy with a gas mask, who I'm assuming is a man for no particular reason. That son of a bitch was taking me here. As to who the man was, or might have been, or may possibly be in the future, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure, as I said, it had been a man. Thank you, someone pointed out. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely part of a voice chain. Oh, thank you. The body had been covered in a quick thick cloak. It gives me an idea of what to voice them as in the future. Junpei remembered as much, but what it might mean, that was beyond him. It was slightly to his left. Junpei had no idea where he was, or why he was there. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important. That there was a big fuck-off gas mask man in the room. You are going to participate in a game. A nonnery game. It is a game where you'll put your life on a line. We are flashbacking even though we saw this 5 seconds ago. Mad scientist villains are the bone of my life, the blood between my fingers, the blood in my nostrils, the blood in my eyeballs, the defining muscular structure of my entire universe. The nonnery game. What the hell is a nonnery game? Yeah, same. Junpei. With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Junpei, that's not a wise decision. And then Junpei's arm fell off. There's nothing left in the mirror. Oh wait, that's a mirror! I thought it was a door to another room the entire time. I was like, how is that a mirror? I'm such a dumbass! Afterwards. Guess it's a lever. Maybe if I pull it. It looks like it's pulling on a lever, just makes a weird noise. Great. Light's still red and the display hasn't changed. Damn it, why the hell isn't this thing opening? Because we have to fill out some sort of puzzle. Only door in and out of this room is right next to the weird device. Yeah, I only checked the one bunk on this side. All I can see from down here is the underside of the top bunk. Pretty high up there. Bottom bunk. Yeah, now here we go, further scenes. I can't bring myself to call this a bed. It feels like a board with a sheet on it. Giving a bad review to this B&B. It's pretty flat. Doesn't look very comfortable. It's got light blue and white stripes. Kinda reminds me of the Argentinian soccer team. Okay, I didn't know that. Thanks for teaching me a fact, Junpei. This is a bed, no doubt about it. No, I clicked the whole bed. It clicks the whole bed. The highlight is the whole bed. So I would have thought that the pillow... No, I would have... Okay, if the pillow is clickable, that's an annoying type of interface, because before it only highlighted the bits that you're clicking. Because like, I clicked the whole bed, the highlight covered the whole bed. I would have assumed the pillow isn't clickable, because the highlight was not showing it as separate. Yeah, that's weird. See, I would have just assumed the pillow is not clickable because of the way they presented it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Writing more notes down. Writing more notes down. Figuring it out. Figuring it out. Figuring it out. Oh, I get it. It's half from each bloody note it is. Oh. Okay, so you need to figure out how they line up and then figure out which part of each note. Okay. So wait, does the line going up mean that? No, that means that's at the end. But the arrow means the square is the end, right? Okay, so I need to go and find what's on the other one on that one. So red, that's the beginning. And that's the end. And that part is irrelevant, that's cut off. Okay. Beginning of red, transcribing now. Beginning of red. Yeah! Oh, left to right, okay. So it is left to right, okay. So the arrow is correct, okay. Oh, left to right, so it is horizontal. I was right the first time, okay. I thought it was horizontal and I thought I was reading it wrong and I flipped them around to vertical. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, here we are, correction. I'm figuring out a puzzle on my own, I feel accomplished. I am not as dumb as I thought I was. My only problem was jumping ahead of the gun and trying to solve it without getting all the clues yet. I'm making more success than I've ever made. Yes? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Bunny succeeded in a basic puzzle. Bunny is not a complete dumbass. Yes! 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 You know there's gonna be like a human head inside or something, isn't there? Oh no, it's just a lovely looking diary. It's the cloud cards! Yes! Yes! What is this? A file? Let's see the file. Digital root. Okay, we're going to the Digimon, I guess. That sounds really cool. That sounds like some sort of like Digimon related tea ingredient. And now I really want to drink digital tea. 'Cause I don't like real tea. Let's see here. Computer digital root with the following steps. Okay. Writing them down. Oh, it's a real thing. Okay. I don't know anything about maths, so I'm writing down these tips because I'm probably going to be quite bad at it. So yeah, I apologise that I'm taking so slow to write down math things because I had a lot of trouble with it in school. See if I can scratch my earlobe. I'm glad it's given an example too because I am not good at this. Oh, that fits in with the theme of the game because everything has to be 9 or lower. Oh. I see. So I keep adding numbers until I get a single digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. It's got brackets around it. It's probably useful. 6. 6 is blue. 6, 7. Okay, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I just need. It's simple enough. I just need to find a numerical root to that. Okay. It's going to take me a while because I'm not very good at maths. Give me a second. Even if it's a basic free number adding up, I guess it takes me a while. Oh wait, there's also 21, isn't it? Is 6 plus 7 and 8? Okay. Is 6 plus 7 plus 8 21? Have I got that correct? Because wasn't the other one? Oh no, wait, it already. That's the example one they gave me. So why am I trying to fill it out? I'm so dumb. But let's slide the card in. Slide the card in. And nothing. Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming we need to find the correct thingies. Okay, so we just need all the cards. Okay. So I'm thinking it's more complicated than it is. Okay, so where... Oh, I need to remember where the red thing was, right? There's a cabinet somewhere, right? Oh, the cabinet was in the cabinet. Okay, there's a cabinet. Gotcha. Yeah! I'm dumb, I wrote down the wrong numbers. I had the right principle there, but I got the wrong key on the numbers. It's opening more key cards. Doop-a-doop-a-dee-doo. 3 is the one we need. 3 is the one we need. Right. Damn it. Okay. Not any more cards in here. Only got one other hint. 3. 3. It's a free. 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 Oh, digital root of 5. Okay. So just when you just okay. Let me give me a second. Okay. What is a digital root of 5? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8. Let me fiddle them around. So how many do you need to put in? Okay, only 3 cards that add up to it. Okay, let me just figure these out in my brain. Okay, so we need to find what two-digit number would give you a 5. Okay. What two-digit number would give you a 5? It could be a 1 and a 4. It could be a 2 and a 3. And I think those are the only options, right? Okay, 1 on the floor, 2 and a 3. Okay, now just figure out what would give you either of those. What would give you 23? 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 Okay, if 6, 7, 8 is the highest you can get, and it gives you a 21, it has to be 1 and 4, not 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, so what gives me 14? What gives me 14? Give me a sec. 761. 761. It's 761. I think 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 it's 761. It's 761. I got it correctly. I got a math correct. I got a math correct. I am feeling much more confident. I'm sorry you're going to have to wait so long for me to do it all. Did it just unlock? Yeah. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting so long on me doing the most basic maths, but I'm actually feeling quite confident to know I managed to do that. That's a good animation of a bloody door opening. Why is this game so good? You found it! Thank you, game, for being so complimentary.